Apex High head men's basketball coach Neal. Um, kind of frustrated with the beginning of the season. What's turned around for you guys?
Well, Mr. Cleaver asked me that this morning, same question, just in the hallway. I think that early on we were playing some really good teams. I think the Leesvilles and the Broughtons and uh, Cary was really good when we were playing them early. And we were just playing really good teams, and we were close. We lost 3 of them by 1 point and probably should have won all 3 of those. So I'm just really proud of my guys for staying with it. And we're 5-1 in the league now. And I told them at the beginning of the season and reminded them when January started that basketball seasons are made in January and February. And I think we're playing, good basketball right now, and really excited about where we're at in the league.
Who stood out so far in January?
Well, we made a change in the lineup this week. We put in Anthony Barnes and Alex Baker into the starting lineup, and both of those guys have been fantastic. Chavis Coachman has been fantastic and solid as a rock the whole season. Anthony Barnes hit a 3-pointer that was the shot of the game at Holly Springs this week. We were down by 1 with less than a minute, and he knocked down a 3 to give us the lead, and that was the biggest shot of the game. And Alex has just been tremendous knocking down jumpers for us, which has really helped our offense.
He had 3 threes last night. Do you think that was one of the keys to your win last night?
I sure do. We needed every point that we could get, so those threes were huge that he hit, and we were phenomenal from the free throw line last night. We were 21 for 25, and we needed all of them at the end because they had cut it to 1. In the Holly Springs game, we were 10 for 21 from the three-point line, which is really, really awesome too. And so, knocking down those big threes at Holly Springs and then knocking down all the big free throws late were huge for us this week.
You got the win over Middle Creek, a little bit of redemption from the loss previously. You're in the middle of a grind 2 weeks, pretty much because of the weather. Fuquay on Friday at home, senior night. We'll get into that in a second. But next week, you're going to Apex Friendship, but then you've got a tough back-to-back against Garner, who's the #1 team in 4A. What's some keys to that game that you can stay up with them or even beat them?
Well, I'm a whole lot more concerned about Fuquay right now than I am Garner. We'll worry about Garner when we get there. I know that's probably not the answer you were looking for, but Fuquay gave us a really difficult game the last time we played them. We were losing at half. We were down by 9 points in the third quarter and had to come back, and it was a low-scoring grind of a game. And so I'm really focused on us playing well tomorrow night and hopefully having a special senior night for the 9 seniors that we have on the team this year.
And that's what I wanted to get to. It is senior night this Friday. These seniors, what these seniors mean to you? I mean, with the grind that's going on, plus what they've been going through, and coming back potentially just a couple of games away from being in the playoffs.
Well, they've been a phenomenal group. It's been a tough year in a lot of ways. I think I mentioned earlier those 1-point losses really hurt. We started off 0-7, and just everything is so new here and different than what we're used to. So I'll forever remember this class for, carry on the Apex basketball legacy, I guess if you will, from the old school to this one for 2 years. And I'm just so proud of them for being 5-1 in the league right now after the way we started this year. I mentioned Anthony Barnes earlier. I was just so happy for him to hit that game-winning shot because he deserved it. He's been really positive and upbeat every day in practice, even when we were struggling and having a hard time finding wins. When I was talking about individuals earlier, I would be remiss if I didn't talk about Sal Kukuru, who's been a tremendous senior for us. He's the last 2 nights, he's played every minute, every second of the game for 64 minutes. And his toughness has always been there, and I think it's really been on display this week. So they're a special group. I always remember them for getting it turned around before Christmas after a 0-7 start. We won 3 in a row before Christmas, and now we're 5-1 in the league. And I'm just really proud of them right now. But we got a lot of work left. It's no time to be sitting around thinking we've done something. We got a lot of work to do left.